Hello Aquarius, welcome to my channel. Victoria here at Radiant Moon Tarot. This is your June 2022 general reading. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to you. If you're returning, welcome back. As always, I am truly grateful for each and every one of you. Let's get into your reading and see what we've got coming out for you guys for the month ahead. June should be a much gentler, kind of calmer month. We had a lot of chaotic energy, a lot of craziness going on in May. We had those eclipses going on. We had all sorts of interesting things. So June is a time where you may find yourself taking a step back a little bit. You might be reflecting on things, okay, maybe doing a little bit of soul searching, some deep thinking. We do start the month out. We do still have Mercury in retrograde until June 2nd, if you see this reading before then. So just a heads up there for that. We also on May 30th have a new moon in Gemini. And the new moon energy, new moons are always very supportive of new things, new ideas, new endeavors, new phases of things as well. But this one in Gemini is really favorable if you're looking at a second chance at something. Maybe there's a project or an opportunity, okay, maybe even relationships. And it's also really supportive of expanding your mind. Communication, very much a key point with that Gemini energy. So perhaps you're looking at starting something new, learning new things, new skills, acquiring more knowledge, okay, something like that, expanding your mind in some way. We have Saturn that is in retrograde as well in the month, and Saturn is kind of like the cosmic teacher, and usually those difficult life lessons that we have to go through. But with Saturn in retrograde, you might just be reflecting on some lessons and some life events that you've been going through lately. All right, but the middle of the month, we have a super moon in Sagittarius, and that's also giving us a little bit of reflective energy. And it is also one where we may remind ourselves to give ourselves a pat on the back for all of our accomplishments, no matter how big, no matter how small. Even if you haven't gotten things done or to the point where you're satisfied and happy, at least give yourself the recognition you deserve for getting this far. Okay, we quite often forget to do that, but when we embrace gratitude and we show appreciation, we get more things to be grateful and appreciative of. All right, but let's see what we've got for you. We have the galactic mushroom. I love the galactic mushroom. For one, I like the name. For two, I like the imagery on it, but I really do like the galactic mushroom. And then we also have first breath, beginner's mind. So what do you want to start? What do you want to do? Are you looking to try new things? Aquarius, you're usually pretty good at that. Come on. Okay, you're usually pretty good at getting out there, being a little bit of innovative, having fun, trying new things. If there's anyone that's gonna kind of step out and go, I'll try that. I'll give that a whirl. What's the worst that can happen? It may be you, okay? But the beginner's mind is really all about finding your inspiration, your passion, getting ready to start something new, or even making those improvements in your mind, right? You're ready to get going. And the universe is supportive of that, all these new beginnings. So you may have wrapped up one thing. Okay, sometimes Aquarius, you can go within, right? You can be a little bit introverted, but other times it's like, no, what's next? You got this zest for life that is unsurpassed by anyone else sometimes, right? And you're always thinking about the future, and you're always connected with the universe. So what are you looking to breathe fresh life into? This is your time to really do that. And then, of course, we move on to the galactic mushroom. The beginner's mind, the first breath, is also about manifestations, okay? And if you are setting some intentions for manifestations, or if you've already done that and now you're kind of sitting back and you're like, okay, when is something going to happen? The galactic mushroom makes an appearance to remind you that in the divine matrix of the universe, there's a lot behind the scenes that you can't see. This is a reminder that your dreams, your aspirations, your intentions have been heard, and there's a lot going on underneath the surface. This is a call to have faith and to trust in the universe and yourself, to be open and ready to pick your galactic mushroom once it raises its head. Okay, there's always a lot of things going on in the behind the background, right? When we talk about things like divine timing. You know, there's certain things that yes, we can do to speed up certain timing and things. But if there's anything that involves other people, okay, or other situations coming into alignment, right? A lot of pieces of the puzzle really do need to fit into place before we can start to see things happening for us. So faith, patience, and trust are required with this galactic mushroom. A lot going on that you can't see. So Spirit's really just reminding you of that, right? Kind of like mushrooms growing in a field. You can see the tops of the mushrooms, but you can't see all of the webs underneath, right? You can't see those connections. So just a little bit of a reminder from Spirit, all right? We've got the Emperor coming in here for you. Okay, so this is first and foremost, you could really be taking charge. The Emperor is a leadership energy, and Aquarius, you are quite often a natural born leader in a lot of aspects. You do tend to step up to the plate very easily, probably without even thinking of it, without even knowing it, right? People gravitate towards you sometimes, and that is that Emperor energy. So this could certainly be a month for you to step up to the plate, to step into your own personal power, okay, to, you know, really find success, okay, in your path. This may require a little bit of discipline, a little bit of law and order in your world, okay? You might need to play by the rules a little bit, okay? But maybe you're in charge and you can bend those rules for yourself if you want to. So that Emperor brings in this wonderful energy of success, of having a good, strong foundation, okay? But also the ability to be oddly flexible. And because you don't get to be the emperor, right? If you think of like the kings rule their kingdom, the emperor rules the empire. All four kings rolled into one. All right, so you might just be really tapped into your masculine side, your masculine energy of getting it done, okay, of taking some action. But you may also be stepping into that very big leadership role, right? Whether it's just taking the lead over your own story or leveling up in some other area of your world. But the Emperor energy is also about strategy and having a plan and the ability to be a little bit flexible. So if you think of, you know, an emperor, right, you know, we're making a battle plan for, you know, for the empire, and it's like, okay, this is what I want to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. We've got a strategy in place. Okay, great. Off to the races you go. Now all of a sudden you hit some obstacles, or maybe something's changed along the way, right? Something may be out of your control, and you're like, whoa, halt the troops, just a second. Now you're looking at things again, and now you're like, you know what? I think we need to make a little bit of an adjustment here. I think we need to make a course correction, and then boom, there you go. So the Emperor brings in that energy of recognizing, of putting a strategy in place, putting a plan together, but also having the power to recognize when you may need to make some adjustments or changes along the way. Right? Not everything is always just straightforward, and we do need to be a little bit bendy sometimes, okay? Or at least be able to recognize things. But the Emperor also, yes, brings about success and all of those things, okay? But you might need to play by the rules. But the Emperor also may bring an important person into your life. So yes, this could be a leveling up energy for you, but there may also be an important player in your life in the month ahead. Now, the Emperor could be because it is a leadership energy. It could be somebody who's like your boss, okay, or say the head of a household, or maybe even a friend that is just large and in charge, right? But this person could have some opportunities for you, could have a project for you, may even just have some advice or some motivation for you, or play a key role in your world in some other way. This can also be a new person for you, since we have the Knight of Wands and an Ace of Swords. Okay, so the Ace of Swords with that Knight of Wands, this person could be bringing you some sort of information, some sort of communication, some ideas, a fresh new way of thinking. Perhaps they instill a little bit of inspiration in you, okay? But this could certainly bring forward an opportunity for you. Now, this could be potentially a new passionate connection, Okay, especially with that Knight of Wands. All right, it's like this person, if you're looking for love or romance or maybe even a friendship, this person may be kind of stoic and a little bit of an authoritarian figure on the outside, but underneath it all, a passion that runs deep. So, you know, this could, again, just be a person in your life that you already know, but this could also be someone new coming in like a knight on shining armor. Granted, I don't know if you're going to always fall for that trick there, Aquarius, okay? You're probably going to be a little bit more discerning with that, although it's kind of exciting anyway. So some exciting new conversations or opportunities opening up, because with this Ace of Swords, this brings clarity and a sense of purpose. This also brings about clear, honest, truthful communication as well. So you might have some bright ideas. Okay, you might just be getting some clarity. This is the sword of fate. Okay, fate and destiny may play a role somewhere, but this is an energy of success. Okay, so you may just have this really positive mindset going forth in the month ahead. Okay, you're ready to take action. You're moving forward. You're overcoming obstacles, and you've just really got this clear sense of direction of knowing what you want to do. Okay, and nothing's going to hold you back or keep you down. It's very much a go-getter energy with that Knight of Wands and that Ace of Swords. It's like, I know exactly what I want. Okay, I might need to leap over a couple of barrels along the way and figure some things out, but ultimately I know exactly what I'm doing. Okay, but again, there may be some new opportunities that are opening up for you there, especially with that Ace of Swords, but you may also have some improvements coming in here. So maybe you're even making some improvements somewhere in your world. Okay, a fresh new way of thinking. All right, but again, leveling up maybe in a relationship, taking something up a notch, right, from the Knight of Wands energy up into the Emperor energy. So you may be looking for opportunities and doorways to take that next step. Your advice from Spirit is the Temperance energy. As excited as you may be at something, moderation and patience may be the order of the day. Okay, the Temperance energy is that Sagittarian energy. Now, we do have a Sagittarian full moon right in the middle of the month. So there may be something there for you, that maybe when you make some final decisions, that may be where you wrap something up, the end of a cycle. That could also be where you let some intentions go. Okay, so if you're setting up any kind of intentions for manifestation with the new moon cycle, then the full moon is where you let it go. So that Sagittarian full moon may in some way play a key role for you. It may also bring you the ability to let certain things go. And full moons are the completion of a cycle. It is where we do let things go. We quite often bring in some healing in with that as well. Okay, so you might be making peace with something. Okay, you may be coming up to a conclusion about something in your world, and it's like a little bit of a finality to something there. Okay, but the Temperance energy is a reminder from Spirit there to make sure you're finding your balance. Okay, you may have situations that come up, right, with communication, okay, or with something that's really exciting, and you may need to how should we say, you may need to be a little bit diplomatic. And Aquarius, you usually are a pretty good communicator, okay, but hey, everyone goes sideways a little bit. So you might need to be a little bit diplomatic. Okay, you might even need to take a step back a little bit. Okay, be a little bit patient. The Knight of Wands energy there, even though there's something, there's this energy of excitement of, I'm ready to go. Okay, kind of like in the bull ring, right? The bull is there ready to go, just waiting for that gate to open. Okay, but the Temperance energy is coming in here saying, okay, a little bit patience may be required, but also moderation as well, right? Sometimes we just want to get things done all in one day, but we do need to remember to take a little bit of a step back and to find a bit of balance in our world also, okay? So, but the Temperance card brings in some healing and some peaceful energy there as well. So maybe there's something here where you need to have a conversation, an important conversation, to restore some peace or restore some balance and harmony within a relationship somewhere, whether it's something in your workplace, your home, your family, your friends, okay, your romantic relationships there as well. Okay, what else do we have here? We also have the Two of Wands, and we also have the Seven of Pentacles. Take your time. Okay, Spirit's like trying to calm you down. There's some exciting energy that's here. Okay, but Spirit's also trying to get you to take a step back a little bit. Okay, and it's not for, you know, because you're making the wrong choice or anything like that. But sometimes it's I'm getting an impulsive energy coming out for you. Okay, so instead of being impulsive or maybe erratic or even irrational, interesting, you're usually very rational, but hey, you know what, we all go we all go a little bit off the rails sometimes. Okay, Spirit's really inviting you to have a good look, to devise a plan, a strategy, be patient, have a look at all of your options, okay, all of your opportunities to help you formulate the right course of action for you, okay, so that you can take the next step and you can move forward. Okay, there may be something here you're looking to change, or you might need to take a different direction, a different path. Okay, the Seven of Pentacles is where we pause and reflect for a minute. We see, okay, how far have I come? Where have I put in my time, energy, and attention? And what does the future hold? Do I need to do something different? Am I on the right track? Okay, do I need to abandon something here as well? Okay, so once we kind of take that step back and we enter this kind of calm energy, right, of contemplation, of reflection, of putting together those plans, then we can take that next step. Okay, but also Spirit's saying here as well that patience may be required for you. Okay, be open and be receptive to opportunities and doors opening for you, for the paths that lead you forward. Okay, be a little bit patient there. Things are working for you in the background. Okay, and only when we are open and receptive to things can we really recognize them when they show up in our world. So again, that galactic mushroom, right, is that there's things going on that we can't always see, and sometimes we need to trust in the unknown or trust in the unseen. Blessings headed your way, hell's bells, yes. The wheel of destiny, a little bit of good luck, good fortune, fate, karma, and destiny coming in on in here for you, Aquarius, in the most wonderful of ways. So there may be some really wonderful surprises headed your way in the month ahead. You may just find yourself being in the right place at the right time. You may even feel pulled in a certain direction, pushed, pulled, or dragged into a certain path, a certain direction for you. Okay, and you might not necessarily know where you're going. You know how sometimes you just get that inkling, that feeling, that spark, that idea, and you're not sure why you're doing something. You just know you have to do it, or you know that you need to go this way, or you know you need to go that way, or you know you need to try something new. It's just this deep inner knowing that you may have. Follow it, trust it, because you're being led somewhere. And when we are in alignment with our destiny, okay, and we are moving in that right direction, things kind of just happen for us. Things kind of open up for us, right? We can't always see the finish line, but we can just sometimes are just shown those steps that we need to take. So pay attention to signs, symbols, and synchronicities in your world. Repeating numbers, dreams, big dreams. Okay, pay attention to your intuition, of course, always. Anything else, any other sign, symbol, anything that's weird, out of the ordinary, something that you maybe don't understand, but it feels right. Okay, trust that, and trust that energy, and trust that feeling. And doors of opportunity are opening for you. The Wheel of Fortune, when we get the Wheel of Fortune, or the Wheel of Destiny as it's called in this deck, okay, this is blessing you with opportunities, okay, with the ability to expand, to grow, to evolve. This is a new cycle coming in for you. And often when we do have a new cycle coming in, sometimes there's a little bit of a shakeup there, which is why we need everything in moderation. We need to make sure that we know what we're doing, or we, put a plan in place sometimes, right? It just kind of calms our energy down a little bit. Okay, it doesn't stop us in our tracks at all. Okay, sometimes we just need to do that. Okay, but it may just be random things that happen for you in the month ahead, right? The Wheel of Fortune, it's just right place at the right time, or those doors that open magically for you, right? It's kind of like getting in your car for your commute to work. If normally you have about 20 stoplights in front of you, right? Some days your commute to work goes just fine, and some days it takes you an hour because you hit every single stoplight and every single traffic jam on the planet. when we have the Wheel of Fortune there, it's kind of like your commute to work and your 20 traffic lights, everything turns green all at once. It's like, whoa, that was a stroke of luck. Okay, so it's that kind of energy that's coming in for you. So a new cycle of expansion, of growth, of luck, of opportunity, those doors opening for you. But you may have a bit of a surprise coming in because there may be changes that are happening for you as well, but all for the better. And oh, thank God. Okay, the Five of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. Whew, okay, so this is blessings headed your way with that Wheel of Destiny, the Five of Pentacles. Okay, a few different things with the Five of Pentacles. Okay, your luck is about to change for the better. All right, the Five of Pentacles is the lack mentality. It's not having enough. It's things not necessarily going your way. There's still doors, there's opportunities, there's things like that, but you may not have been able to see them. So there is a change in the wind for you. There's a shift in a cycle. There may have been losses that you've been dealing with, but when we have this as a blessing, you're finding opportunities. Those doors are opening up for you. Help is on the way, even with this. And this is also a shift in perspective, a shift in the way you look at things as well. Okay. A shift in your mindset, even. Okay. So improvements in your material world, improvements in your mindset, in a lot of things. Okay. So I think your luck is really about to take a turn for the better. But we also have the Two of Swords here as well. Okay, so maybe you've been feeling a little bit closed off. Okay, or maybe you felt that need to go within. You've been at a bit of a crossroads in some area. Okay, or a little bit undecided in some area. So I think here that you're going to be open up to new opportunities, new ideas, suggestions, even maybe someone else's point of view. If someone's giving you some advice or guidance along the way, you're not always one to listen to what someone else has to say, but maybe you are at this particular moment in time. You're like, you know what? I don't have all the answers. I wonder what someone else's take on it is, right? And you always do things uniquely your way. So I think even if you do get someone's advice or opinion on something, I think what you do is you take it under consideration and then you utilize parts of it to help you make a decision going forward. You don't just blindly follow what someone else is doing, right? You're very unique and you're an innovator. You also a little bit rebellious sometimes, right? Which is actually really one of your best traits sometimes, okay? But so I think here you're going to open up to suggestion. I think you're going to see your path forward, and I think you're going to make some really important decisions, okay, in an area of your world, okay? And I think that you are going to be back on track if you felt as though things haven't just been going your way recently, okay? Or I think you're really going to just let go of expectation. Okay, and you're going to open up, go with the flow, and be a little bit more receptive to different opportunities, especially if you've set intentions or anything like that, or you've just been waiting for the tides to turn. Okay, the galactic mushroom is here. Remember, reminding you there's lots going on behind the scenes. Let go. Let things go. Be in that flow and be open. Okay, so where we've been closed off, now we're opening up. I think here you're also going to see a light at the end of the tunnel with that Two of Swords. Okay, perhaps you're finding a different way. Sometimes the Two of Swords, we find ourselves at an impasse or a crossroads there, right? It's not exactly the most open energy, right? You're going to trust your intuition. For one, you usually do, but sometimes you forget. Okay, we all do that. All right, we all second guess things along the way. But the Two of Swords can quite often be that, I need to make a decision. Do I go left or do I go right? Is it yes or is it no? Is it do this or do that? You may be finding a different path, a different way, an alternate way. Five of Pentacles. Okay, sometimes the path forward is not black and white. Sometimes the path forward isn't yes or no. We have a gray area. I love the gray area. It's usually where I get things done. There's a gray area there. There's a middle ground, a middle road. There may be a hidden option instead of A or B. Maybe there's a hidden option C that you just don't quite see yet, and that will be revealed to you going forward. So it's kind of a very interesting energy. It's very exciting energy because I think there's just something here that may be even a bit of a surprise that comes in for you. So some challenges are being overcome. And of course, we already see that there may be some clarity coming in here for you with that Ace of Swords, that aha, I figured it out. Okay. So your overall outcome, we've got the World card coming out here for you. Okay, so the world energy can certainly be one of victory and success. Okay, it's an energy of completion. Okay, you may just be feeling by the end of the month that you've gotten a lot accomplished. Okay, there is success and abundance that comes in with the world energy. Also, a sense of completion, right? So again, maybe you have a project on the go in the month ahead. Okay, and you're getting everything done that you wanted to accomplish, right? It's like, yes, I've done it. Okay. And it may even just be that if you have got some long-term goals, perhaps you're just making baby steps towards making things happen. So the world card is, a wonderful energy of perhaps you're getting closure somewhere. Okay. Or again, you've just got this mindset of abundance and feeling as though you've gotten a lot of things done. But the world card is quite often that energy where you've gone as far as you can go in a certain situation. And it can just be that, but overall outcome of the month, we're, at the end of the month, we're at the end of a cycle, and we're ready to step into the world for something new. So, with the blessings headed your way, this can happen at any time of the month with this Wheel of Fortune. So perhaps you are closing a chapter, okay, on one cycle with that world energy, and now with this Wheel of Fortune coming in, you're ready for a new cycle in your life here, and it's something really quite exciting. But we do have success and abundance flowing your way. You may even get something that you were looking for with that world card, right? It's like, yes, I've gotten what I was looking for. Now where do I go next, right? It can even be something as simple as finding information or answers, okay? But there may be some big cycle here that is closing so that a new one can open, and we do see that coming in here for you as well. Ah, yes, we do. We have the Three of Swords, and we also have the Nine of Cups. Okay, so I think here you're getting closure. You're closing on a difficult chapter, and you are following your goals and dreams. I think there's some healing that's coming in for you on some level here. Okay, you may even have some disappointments, okay, through the month, but they lead you on the path to success. Okay, what has been difficult is now easier. What has been painful and disappointing, now you're feeling good. Okay, so I really do feel here that the tides are turning for you. Now, this can also be a change in your mindset as well. Okay, and it can certainly be one where, with the world, it's like, okay, nope, I'm done. I'm not going to feel sorry for myself. Five of Pentacles. I'm not going to worry about what I don't have. I'm going to focus on what I do have. I'm going to focus on what makes me happy. And you're perhaps just changing your perspective, okay, moving forward. And instead of, focusing on your disappointments or your losses or things that haven't worked out, you're getting more of that positive, abundant mindset coming in here, because the Nine of Cups is your wish fulfillment card. So whether you have your wishes and goals fulfilled this month, or whether you just are embracing the mindset, okay, and you're not going to let anything keep you down with that Three of Swords, okay, so whatever it is that you're wanting to do, it is attainable for you. You may need to be a little bit patient and retain that positive mindset. Okay, but I think for others of you, I think the world is your oyster here. And I think that, you're setting your sights high, you're setting your intentions, and sometimes we just fall off the rails a little bit, and sometimes we go down into that negative rabbit hole. And I think here you're pulling yourself out of that, and you're getting a lot accomplished, or at least you have this sense of accomplishment coming in. Okay, maybe not everything goes your way. And again, just like that Emperor energy, not everything goes the Emperor's way, right? And when things start to go off the rails, the Emperor brings things back to center point and says, okay, where did we go wrong? What do we need to fix? Okay, great, let's go. And that may be that kind of mindset that you've got going on as well. Okay, so, but again, you could just be closing the door on a negative way of thinking, or on one chapter in your world, and you are embracing something a lot more positive, those doors opening up for you. And again, that Wheel of Fortune brings about some change, and that world energy brings about completion, success, abundance, okay, maybe even celebration. And it also is one that opens doors moving forward, opens doors to something better, okay, or to new opportunities and new adventures, right? And we do have an Ace of Swords there, bringing in some new energy, or at least new ways of thinking, okay? But we like having that Nine of Cups energy there: contentment, fulfillment, happiness, joy, feeling as though you have everything that you were looking for, okay? Or at least having that positive mindset and just knowing. See, this Nine of Cups, this guy is sitting there on the bench. He's got his arms crossed. He's like, I'm all pleased with myself, okay? But he's not looking at all of his fulfillment. He's not looking at his wishes and his goals and his dreams. They're behind him. So it's like, even if I don't have everything, I trust that it's on its way. All right, and I don't need to look at it anymore. So you may be letting go of intentions, okay, and just trusting that there's a lot going on behind the scenes, a lot going on behind that guy. And he's like, yep, I just have this deep inner sense of knowing that things are transpiring in my world, in my life. So let's get a couple last cards here for you, Aquarius. I think there's some exciting things happening for you. And let's see. We have number 56, relationship change. Ah, look at that. It's part of what we saw coming in over here. Okay, and so you may have that going on now. It can just be that things are improving in your relationship. Perhaps with the World card, gotta say, with the World card here, and also with the Five of Pentacles here with the Wheel of Destiny. Okay, the Five of Pentacles can be a loss, and the Three of Swords can certainly be heartbreak and disappointment. However, with the Five of Pentacles being in your blessings position with the Wheel of Fortune here, you may either turn a negative into a positive, okay, or a loss is a blessing for you. So if you have felt as though you've gone as far as you can go in a relationship, either something is changing, improving, and taking and going up to the next level of commitment, or there's some healing here, or letting something go may be a blessing for you, okay? So you may have some changes in your relationships going forward, but relationships can be romantic ones. It can also be business relationships and also friendships as well, okay? So there may be some evolution of a relationship of some kind for you. We also have leadership energy. Well, hello, Emperor. Okay, so number one, this is Spirit encouraging you to take the lead, to take control, to take charge. If you've been at a crossroads, right, that Two of Swords energy, okay, or if you've been undecided or in some way, take the charge, take control. Okay, you've got leadership qualities, you've got leadership skills. All right, this is taking the lead of your own life, the lead player in your own story, but you may also have an opportunity for leadership, right? That Emperor energy coming in there. So perhaps there's a project that you maybe volunteer for, right? Maybe you do volunteer, okay, for something in your world, right? But maybe there's something in your workplace, right? There's, leveling up opportunities there for you, relationships, taking things to the next level, but maybe you have to take the initiative, okay, to get the ball rolling on something, right? You might need to be the one that, that really does take the lead in that, right? Get the conversation started, okay, whatever that happens to be. So you have your leadership potential that is here, whatever that looks like for you, okay? It can just be, instead of in this lack mentality, this Five of Pentacles, okay, it could be, instead of letting life pass you by, you are taking back control, that Emperor energy. So I'm going to leave that there for you, Aquarius. I hope there was something here that resonated with you in some way. If there was, please don't forget to hit like on this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye.